What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous, and once again, I am back to do my NXT Takeover Toronto 2 2019 predictions. Now, NXT Takeover Toronto 2 happens this Saturday, live on the WWE Network from the Scotiabank Arena, home of the new NBA champions, the Toronto Raptors, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Now, TakeOver is finally back in the Great White North for the first time in over 3 years, and this TakeOver Toronto 2 card is absolutely stacked. We have 5 big matches with 4 titles on the line. So I am very excited to do my TakeOver Toronto 2 predictions for you guys this year. And I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, a record coming into NXT TakeOver Toronto 2 this year after our last NXT TakeOver, which was NXT TakeOver 25, we went 3-2. So our overall record coming in is 41-14. So we're coming in hot, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully this video we will continue the winning ways. We're on a 4 pay-per-view winning streak. Hope in this video we make it number 5. Hopefully. Now, this is the second video of a combined 3 video day on the channel today, so hopefully you guys will be able to watch all of these videos. Always show your support on the channel by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons and that notification bell, and commenting your picks and your opinions in the comment sections down below. Now, this is your first time watching my channel today, is a first time viewer, and this is your first video. Boy, pick to go in if you're a huge fan of NXT like I am, and you're ready for this NXT TakeOver Toronto 2 event back in the Great White North for the first time in 3 years. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is just 2. Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these predictions. Now, if they do add any other matches to this card, I'll have them in the comment section down below. But I'm going to do the 5 big matches that have already been determined. Let's start off with the first matchup. It is for the NXT Women's Championship. Starting off with the challenger. She is looking to become the next NXT Women's Champion. She is Mia Yim. And Mia Yim is challenging the longest reigning and defending and first ever 2-time NXT Women's Champion, this submission magician, the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Now, this is a big opportunity for Mia Yim, her chance to become the next NXT Women's Champion, and she's looking to do it in her first NXT TakeOver. Now, Mia Yim has taken out Shayna Baszler's insurance policies of Maria Shafir and Yasmin Duke, so she will get Shayna Baszler one-on-one. But pitting her or beating her is not going to be easy. During your side, you have Shayna Baszler looking to continue her dominance in the NXT Women's Division by getting another successful title defense at an NXT TakeOver. And it's crazy to think she has been the NXT Women's Champion since October of last year when she won the belt from Kairi Sane at Evolution. She has been dominant as the NXT Women's Champion since the days of Asuka. And she has put everybody down with the Marafuda lock. And Mia Yim is just going to be another victim of that finisher. So, coming from me in this first matchup for the NXT Women's Championship, I like Mia Yim. I've been watching Mia Yim since her days with Taryn Terrell in the Dollhouse back in Impact Wrestling. But coming from me, I am a bigger fan of the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. I think she is a legit badass. So coming from me, I am taking the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler, to retain the NXT Women's Championship by any means and defeat Mia Yim. And now the next matchup. It is a women's one-on-one grudge match that could turn into a #1 contenders match. On one side, you have the wife of Johnny Gargano. She is Candice LeRae. And her opponent was a finalist in last year's Mae Young Classic. She is the Queen of the Sky, the Black Lotus, Io Shirai. Now, for me, whoever wins this will be the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. So this matchup is definitely big between 2 former best friends. Now, starting off with Candice LeRae first. This is quite possibly Candice LeRae's biggest match in her TakeOver career. And this is her first ever TakeOver. So she's looking to make her first TakeOver a memorable one by defeating a Genius of the Sky. Then on the other side, you have Io Shirai looking to rebound after her loss to Shayna Baszler at NXT TakeOver 25, and then her loss in that steel cage match against the champ, thanks to Candice LeRae. And Io Shirai finally snapped. And she snapped on her former best friend by attacking her, and they have been going back and forth on NXT TV, attacking from behind and all of that. But this matchup is definitely big for Io Shirai if she wants to get back in the NXT Women's title picture. So coming from me in this one-on-one grudge match that could be a #1 contenders match for the NXT Women's title, I'm going to go with an upset. I may get this one wrong, but I'm going to go with Candice LeRae to defeat the Black Lotus, Io Shirai, by any means. And now the next matchup. It is a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. Starting off with the challengers. First, he was the very first and the longest reigning NXT UK champion. He is the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. Next, he is representing the Undisputed Era, and he is a former NXT Tag Team Champion, a former two-time Ring of Honor Television Champion, and a former Ring of Honor World Champion. He is the Messiah of the Backbreaker. He is Roderick Strong. And Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong are challenging the reigning and defending NXT North American Champion, the Velveteen Dream. Now, for me, this easily could be match of the night on this card. Other than the main event, this could easily be match of the night in my opinion, because you got three guys that can definitely go. Now, starting off with Pete Dunne first, this is his first NXT TakeOver since, I think, NXT TakeOver War Games about a year ago. And Pete Dunne's looking to get some gold back. He last held the NXT UK title at NXT TakeOver New York during WrestleMania weekend and lost that belt to Walter. So he has come to NXT looking to become the next NXT North American Champion. Down to your side, you have Roderick Strong, who I think deserves more than any of these guys to be the North American Champion. He hasn't won an NXT singles title yet, and this is the start of quite possibly this night being very undisputed, with chances of every member of the Undisputed Era holding all the gold by the end of the night. So, if you're an Undisputed Era fan like myself, Roderick Strong has to win this match. There's idea of the Velveteen Dream, who has been the champion since January of this year. He's been the champ for 7 months. He's taken on all comers, from Tyler Breeze, from Matt Riddle, but this is quite possibly his biggest test as champion. You got two challengers, and you can lose your belt without even getting pinned. So all the pressure is on the Velveteen Dream to retain or quite possibly lose the belt. So coming from me, in this triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship, oh, this one's going to be good. This one's going to be really good. But I'll just say this right now. I do not see the Velveteen Dream walking out still the NXT North American Champion. I just do not see it. So for me, coming from me, I'm an Undisputed Era fan. I want them to hold all the gold, and it's going to start right here. So I am taking the Messiah of the Backbreaker, Mr. Ring of Honor, Roderick Strong, to become the new and undisputed NXT North American Champion and defeat Pete Dunne and the Velveteen Dream. And now the next matchup. It is for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Starting off with the challengers. They are also representing the Undisputed Era, and they are the former three-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, the former two-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, and they are the former NXT Tag Team Champions looking to regain the gold for the first time in over 2 years. And if you know their music back in Ring of Honor, you know who I'm talking about. They are the infamous Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, Red Dragon. And Red Dragon are challenging the reigning and defending NXT Tag Team Champions, the team of Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits. Now, this is a big opportunity for Red Dragon to finally regain the NXT Tag Team titles that they last held all the way back in 2017. And they're looking to bring back the NXT Tag Team titles to the Undisputed Era. And Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are one of my favorite tag teams. Red Dragon was a very popular tag team in Ring of Honor, maybe my second favorite tag team in that company. And Red Dragon's looking to once again bring back the NXT Tag Team titles and make them undisputed. There's the idea of the Street Profits making their first title defense since winning these belts at NXT TakeOver 25 in that triple threat ladder matches, and this is their first title defense. Now, when they won the titles, I was happy for them. They were a great young tag team. But then I saw them on Monday Night Raw. Oh, I thought they were going to, wrestle on Monday Night Raw or on SmackDown. But the only thing they were doing was hyping up the matches on Raw, matches on SmackDown and matches on WWE pay-per-view, which is like, they're the NXT Tag Team Champions, and you're resorting to them being backstage, doing all these, getting hyped up for matches on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. I mean, they're the NXT Tag Team Champions, and that's how you treat them, Vince. No wonder nobody wants to leave NXT to come to the main roster, because you just buried them. You just buried them, and you just made them just another tag team, like Crime Time. Oh yeah, they did a lot of vignettes backstage, but they were not as successful as the Street Profits. But the McMahon must have made the Street Profits say, hey, hype up every match on Raw to make people want to watch Raw or SmackDown or watch their pay-per-views. And lately, WWE pay-per-views have been kind of shaky at best, and the Street Profits are trying to promote it when they should be promoting themselves as the NXT Tag Team Champions and start putting wrestling on Raw or SmackDown. But they're just McMahon is just making them look like jokes, and I hate that. And no NXT Tag Team Champion was doing this. Now the Street Profits are doing it. Really? Like, just because they're a black tag team, you want to make them out like some Crime Time wannabes? Like, that was the one thing that I lost interest in the Street Profits, because they were hyping up Raw and SmackDown when they should be representing the NXT brand. Hey, they got War Machine on Raw. You could have had him. You could have had Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins fight those guys to elevate the NXT Tag Team titles. But no, you got to have them on the back saying, "We want the smoke." And it's like, really? You just, like, McMahon just buried the Street Profits before even making it to the main roster as a tag team. So, coming from me in this matchup for the NXT Tag Team titles, if the Street Profits stayed on NXT for the rest, when they won the NXT Tag Team titles and they just stayed on NXT, I would have been more of a fan of them. But going to Raw and hyping up their matches and their pay-per-views lost all interest in me. So, coming from me, just because I'm an Undisputed Era fan, I'm going with Red Dragon to become the new and two-time Undisputed NXT Tag Team Champions and defeat the Street Profits. And now, the main event. It is a 2 out of 3 falls match, or 3 stages of hell, for the Undisputed NXT Championship. Starting off with the challenger. He was the very first NXT Triple Crown winner, and he is the former NXT champion looking to regain the gold here. He is Johnny Wrestling himself, Johnny Gargano. And Gargano is challenging the reigning and defending and now undisputed NXT champion, the only man in Ring of Honor history to hold the Ring of Honor World title 3 times. And if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Baby. Baby! 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 He is Adam Cole, and that's Adam Cole, baby! Now, this is the 3rd one-on-one meeting between Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole, and it is also the 2nd 2 out of 3 falls in this rivalry. The series is tied 1-1, but if you're counting the 2 out of 3 falls matchup, the series is tied 2-2. So what a better way to end this rivalry with another 2 out of 3 falls classic. Now, the first fall in this 2 out of 3 falls matchup will be a street fight. The second fall in this matchup will be a wrestling match. And if the third fall, if necessary, will be announced by General Manager William Regal. Now, starting off with Johnny Gargano first, this is quite possibly his last chance in ever becoming the NXT champion. This is a matchup that he knows very well. He won the NXT title in a 2 out of 3 falls matchup at NXT TakeOver New York against Adam Cole, and he's looking to do it one more time and once again be the NXT champion. But for me, if he loses, he has to move to the back and let other challengers go after that belt, like maybe Matt Riddle or whoever wins the NXT Breakout Tournament that could challenge Adam Cole. But this is his last chance, and this could be his final NXT TakeOver before moving up to the main roster and getting buried by Puppet Master McMahon. Then here's how you have Adam Cole looking to start his first reign as the NXT Undisputed Champion with his first successful title defense. Now, This Adam Cole won the belt at NXT Takeover 25, defeating Johnny Gargano, and he's looking to do it once again, but the same way that Gargano beat him, 2 falls to 1. So, coming from me, in this 2 out of 3 falls matchup for the undisputed NXT Championship, This 2 out of 3 falls matchup will go to the 3rd fall. That is a guarantee. And I don't think it's ever been done that there's been 2 out of 3 falls matches in 1 year with 2 of the same wrestlers. So this is definitely a first. But coming from me, Gargano's chances of winning this matchup are slim and none. And the Undisputed Era are walking out with all the gold on this night. So I am taking Adam Cole, and that's Adam Cole, baby, to retain the undisputed NXT title by any means and defeat Johnny Gargano 2 falls to 1. And those are my NXT Takeover Toronto 2 2019 predictions. Now, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below, who do you have winning this 3rd installment of 2 out of 3 falls between Gargano and Cole? I got Cole winning 2 falls to 1. Let me know who you got in that 2 out of 3 falls matchup. Who do you have winning the tag team titles? Who do you have winning the North American title? And who do you have winning having the women's title? And let me know, will this be the night the Undisputed Era hold all the gold? Let me know in the comment section below your picks and your opinions. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course reply right back to you, because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. And I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Now, before you guys go, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends, of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button to become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys later today for my official SummerSlam 2019 predictions. Kofi Orton and Lesnar Rollins. Later days, guys. And peace.